So, let's get into that.
I have not
Jason.
seen it.
You haven't seen it.
But I have opinions.
Have you seen, there are 18 movies in the MCU, so.
I don't know. I've probably seen a handful, maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, what was your favorite if you had to choose?
Actually, well, I own both Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sure, those are good.
I only own them for the soundtrack though. I think the soundtrack is like the best part of the movie.
You could have saved some time and gone to iTunes.
Yeah, true.
Well,
but my wife likes the movies. She
Okay.
loves them.
what, you said you don't really care for them, so what's the reason? Why?
They're all the same.
They're all the same?
Yep, it's a superhero who goes and fights bad guys and realizes it's the whole Clark Kent kind of thing. Like, but I don't want to be a superhero all my life. I'm a normal person. I'm a real boy.
You know that's...
And then but I'm the only one who can fight bad people, so I have to. The same with Batman.
Sure, that's part of the story
I
circle.
know, I'm so
though, like-
tired of it though. It's all the same.
Sure.
Just be Thor and go to your own planet and stay there.
Well, you know, in the most recent Thor Ragnarok, his whole planet was destroyed.
I know, I'm glad. I'm not glad though he came to Earth.
Oh,
Did he come to Earth?
He did come to Earth a few times.
But I'm glad his, I did see that one.
Yeah, it was good.
My wife makes me watch all of them.
So, why?
But someone busts, who is his sister, kills his hammer?
Yeah.
Shatters his hammer.
Shatters it, because she's
I don't know,
hella.
is he now hammerless?
Well, spoiler
Did you get
alert
it?
for Infinity War.
Okay.
He has to forge a new hammer.
And how does he do
One's
that?
better. He has to go to this area of the galaxy where
Hammers are made.
Well, weapons are
Mordor.
made. Kind of. It's near a star that is like super hot and powers a reactor.
So, does he have like magnet hands, which he can?
No, I think it's
How's
like,
that power work?
Well, I think
Because he can't do that with any other object, can he?
no, it's specific to things that he's imbued his abilities.
Did he imbue the new hammer?
He did, yeah.
I don't know.
He actually, like, when he receives it, like, calls, like, lightning.
He vomits on it and it's his.
Well, he pees on it, and then he's claimed it forever. So,
Okay.
And you wouldn't want it.
As long as the movie shows that he pees on it, I agree.
It does. I'm just going to tell you lies about it so that you think
Okay.
it's a better movie than it is.
I don't know. And then
Frodo's makes an appearance, carrying the
he's
ring.
back from the Elvish world of Druidia.
Because you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, you mentioned
Yeah.
that. And then
But
what's the
they
other thing?
did the books and now they're done. They don't keep making things. They don't make 5 Frodos
Yet.
like 5 Spider-Mans.
Yet. You know that
Did
somewhere
you
down the line there's
have you
going to be
watched
a
all the
remake.
Spider-Mans?
All but the last one with Andrew Garfield, and because it looked bad.
Why
and
can't they
I heard it
end
was
Spider-Man?
bad.
Why? Is he
I don't
such a
understand.
lovable character?
He is relatable.
And like the new generation of kids growing up don't know Spider-Man, so they have to
Well, I
wait
mean,
one every
there's a
10
new
years.
Spider-Man too. I mean, there's like a.
But they just
updated
made
version.
one where he was in college and he gets bit by a spider again.
Yeah, you know those Spider-Man movies were made by Sony, not by Marvel Studios.
It doesn't.
So they don't. So they don't. They're not.
Marvel didn't agree with Sony's interpretation of it.
Right. They're just Sony's doing a new one called Venom about the Venom character, and they've stripped the whole story. They're doing their own thing. It looks bad. It looks real bad.
Like, is it like terrible?
Just like it's gonna be a joke. It's gonna be.
I didn't know Sony made movies. I thought it just made
Really?
Walkmans.
No,
Once that era was over,
No,
they're
dude,
done.
Sony's all over the movie board, man.
Really?
Yeah.
What's a good movie they've done?
Oh man, I don't know off the top of my head.
That shows my movie ignorance.
Right. Well,
I think most movies are stupid.
that's true. They're not made for you. You don't enjoy them. You don't enjoy, we've been over this with, I think your personality type. You don't like rehashed information. Once you've assimilated it, you want to move on. And unfortunately, that's not how normal people receive stories.
Sorry, Josh, I'm not normal.
Well, you don't have to be.
I don't know.
It's the thing about storytelling is it's been the same for years. I mean, that's why when a movie comes around or a story comes around where the bad guy wins, or like
I don't like that because that's not realistic.
Do you like stories where the protagonist is also the antagonist, like where you're following like the bad guy through his deeds, and then you kind of have to, just by the way it's told, have empathy for his, plight? Or
can you give me an example?
oh man, well, I will give you examples, but they will be it's not something I've necessarily
Does he turn good?
seen.
He turns good
No,
in the end?
no,
Or?
no.
Oh.
So like I said, preface,
Okay.
I will give you examples, but I can't speak to the plot because I don't know a lot
Okay.
of things, okay? I haven't personally seen a lot of the ones I'm gonna list to you. So like Sopranos
Never
is
watched
about
it.
a mob family that
Oh.
he just does bad things the whole time,
Yeah.
and you fall on. Sons of Anarchy is another show, I think. Breaking Bad.
How about a movie?
Movie? Yeah, totally. There's that movie, what's that guy? The guy
V for Vendetta.
No, he's
He's a good guy?
yeah, he's an anti-hero character, like
He's against
Wolverine.
like government and stuff.
Yeah, but in that movie, the government is the bad guy. So.
Are you being an anarchist? I
So,
don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
there's just different things.
You've heard my beef about movies. It's real people
Mm-hmm.
acting fake in a real fake world.
Well, I
And
guess
I get enough fake people in my real life. Why would I go and be entertained by fake
I think
actors?
it's so that you can get a break from the realness of real life. In movies, you can escape to a world where the good guy always wins, or like
I don't want the good guy always winning though.
Sure, I understand. The stories get boring, and you're like, you can only watch so many Disney movies before you're like, oh, these are all the same. But what I'm saying is, like, though the people that go and see movies and enjoy movies are trying to escape the fact that they're, like, when you're in a movie theater, do you forget you're in a movie theater? Do you sit there? And
No,
go,
I don't.
You don't.
I
I don't expect you to, because that seems to be like you don't get lost.
I
in it.
talk during the movie. I'm like, what? That didn't even make sense.
You're one of
Where'd
those
you get
guys.
that? That's stupid.
Everybody else,
My-
Jason,
my-
forgets they're in a movie
I
theater.
know.
and
All of
focuses.
my friends go, I don't want to invite Jason.
Yeah,
That's what happened when I was younger.
we're just building up reasons why we shouldn't be friends with you.
I know. That's why
It's
no
ta-
one invites me.
It's taken years, but yeah, no
I don't know.
movies.
But I don't care.
Well, okay, if you wrote a movie, how would a movie go for you? Like,
I don't know if I'd write a movie.
No, but
If
in
I
the
want to
sen-
entertain some
yeah, if you want
people.
to entertain yourself, what would that movie be? Like, would it be a superhero? Would it be a call to adventure? Would it be
It would probably,
a rom-com?
I don't know. I've never considered.
Well, that's,
What?
maybe you should.
Have you?
Yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah.
Where would you go?
I've always wanted to write scripts that were loosely based on my own experiences. So, like, if I write something, it's like,
Do you want real life?
I want real life, yeah, like relationships and stuff like that. I'm a huge fan of like indie films and stuff about people who are just dealing with kind of real problems. And then when I want to break from life, I go and see Infinity War, and I enjoy the fact that at the end of the day, Iron Man is going to be the winner, and I get to enjoy that.
He always
journey,
wins.
Too. Yeah.
I like his cockiness.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the actor, but.
I'm gonna just spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Infinity War. You might want to jump a few seconds into this podcast because I'm gonna tell Jason something. In the movie, Tony Stark faces Thanos face to face, and Thanos beats him.
Well, yeah, I would hope there's a guy who could beat Iron Man,
Well, I mean,
because Iron Man's the
he
boss.
He leaves him for dead in the movie, and he pretty much kills everybody Like, I was actually
Even the
shocked.
raccoon?
The raccoon is one of the few that, like, is at the end alive.
Oh.
And it's not because he wasn't available to be shot or something. It's everybody. There were people that weren't even in front of Thanos that died because of Thanos. Because
What was his power?
His power once he had his
Powder.
he had Gold Bond, and nobody liked it. He just blew a baby.
I don't know
down
anything about
everyone's face.
Thanos.
Well, basically, he has a gauntlet that he attached all the stones to, the Infinity Stones,
Yeah.
which gave him the power to wipe out half of existing life. And so there's a scene where Thanos is on Earth and he's fighting Thor, and Thor hits him in the chest with his like new axe.
His Pete on hammer.
And he snaps his fingers, and everybody starts turning into dust. So like,
How do you do that? Does
the gauntlet wields all the power of the universe.
does it do his does it connect with his mind?
Yeah, yeah.
So
one of
why
the
is it-
stones is called the Mind Stone. So.
And it's got unlimited power.
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't he just kill everybody in 2 seconds?
That I just said. That's what he did.
No, raccoon survived.
Yeah, no,
Other
it's
people survived.
it's
so.
just random. He thought to his head that half the
Only
existing
half.
life. Yeah, because he
Yeah,
didn't.
it's
He
like
didn't
a
want to kill
James Bond
everybody.
thing. You lower the good guys into a vat, hoping they'd escape.
Yeah, I guess. I
If
mean,
you're
there's
a
another
bad guy,
film
just
after
kill
this.
them all, right?
Sure. I mean, honestly, if you wanted to kill a bad guy, wouldn't all of them just pick him up and throw him into the sun? But
Why
that's,
doesn't he
But
do
that's
that?
a boring story. That's not fun, Jason.
Yeah. See, it's like he's acting fake. Any bad guy.
He's not a bad guy per se. He's not trying to be a bad guy. He has an ideal.
What's his goal?
Like Emperor Palpatine. He doesn't necessarily want badness. He thinks he's got the best plan for the galaxy. So,
What's his deal?
Palpatine?
No, I know Palpatine.
I'm like,
Thanos.
you know
What's
Star
his-
Wars. Thanos thinks that the world is, or not the world, the galaxy is overpopulated, and that the mass amount of people is what's creating poverty and food shortages and violence.
This is like
And he's
galaxy wide.
basically, yeah, he's basically resetting the galaxy. So he's saying things would be better if we started from scratch with a minimal amount of people, and then people can survive.
So why he has to come? Does he have to come down to Earth to eradicate people?
No, he doesn't have to be in any location to do it. It has that ability to do it once all the stones are together.
He wants screen time.
So yeah, no, that's basically the plot of Infinity War. But yeah,
I like one of my favorite superhero movies is The Dark Knight with Joker.
with the Joker, yeah.
Yes.
Also not a perfect movie, but yeah, good.
Because Joker, I think, gets to the essence of a bad guy.
Sure.
Like, he doesn't want to kill the bad guy. He just
No.
wants to make them suffer
Right.
beyond and then turn them.
He's truly evil.
He is.
Yeah.
That's my epitome of a bad guy,
Bad
is
guy.
evil.
Yeah, well, we talked about in RPG and role-playing games, you have motivations, right?
Yeah.
And so Joker would be your chaotic evil.
He's like a mentalist who
Yeah.
gets in your head.
Yeah.
He doesn't just go out there to fight you and
No, he has
and
no
bring
ideas.
you down with his physical strength and show you what he can do.
No.
But he just
No ego.
he messes with you.
He enjoys, like Michael Caine says, he just likes to watch the world burn.
Yes.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
So that would be you if you were
That-
a villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Whereas
my
if
dream.
if I were a villain, I'd be like the Thanos villain. I'd probably feel like, oh, this is the right course of action, and
Oh.
it needs to be achieved even if it's done through bad means.
So is he the only villain to take up that cause?
Well, I mean, there are people that are alongside him, like
Oh, he
helping.
does have like
Yeah.